you know,
erring on the side of caution.
That's exactly where I wanted to say.
Certainly. All the stats that matter in that first term. Grant Soupy can't. Actually, before that, we might cross boundary side. Thanks to chiropractic betting, Damien Watson.
I'm with assistant coach for Rowville, Mark Hardy. And Mark, the players for the Hawks certainly exerted their physical presence in that opening term. Was that a real focus going into the game?
Yeah, it was really good. The boys really good around the footy. The midfield was very, very strong. I think they won the centre clearances. So, no, yeah, definitely a focus of hitting the footy hard in the opposition.
And what was the main area to focus on going into this second term?
I think just being more efficient, really hurting the opposition and kicking goals and staying on top at the moment. It's going really well.
Thanks for your time, Mark.
Cheers, mate.
All set for a start in the second term. Great work from Damien Watson, Grant Campbell.
The main stat, out of 10 inside 50s, Rowville scored 7 times, kicked one at the full, so Vermont's defence needs to improve.
All set for a start in the second term. Just reading through some of those quarter-time scores in the break. It's going to be an interesting day in the Eastern Football League as Rowville go forward for the first time in this second term. Almost a mark taken there by Archer. And the ender goes over the boundary line right in front of the Bendigo Bank scoreboard 20 seconds into this second term.
Rowville certainly are in control of the centre clearances at the moment. Vermont just cannot get the ball out of the middle.
6-2 for the game in Rowville's favour.
Right underneath the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, little paddle kick up towards the middle of the ground, wide on there by Garner, got the handball out wide, picked up by Dodome. They go backwards now, but here's Crozier on the right boot. He can send the ball inside forward 50 or thereabouts. A big fly up there by Wale Buxton, pulls down a strong mark for the Eagles. So they'll get the reprieve out of the defensive 50. Well, the kick went as high as it did long in towards the middle of the ground. A little bit of holding there on Purdy, it looked like. Umpire saw it, so he receives the free kick. Going to send the ball out wide. They've got a bit of a run here now, the Eagles. Stop prop, the kick goes inside forward 50, looking for Perry. Used his body pretty well then, the big man. Got up in the end, got the handball away. McConnon on the right boot, squares things up, but standing tall was Cam Manuel, and he takes the mark. He'll switch the play now, and it's the right option too. It's a 3-on-1. It's just got to sit up nicely. It does this time. Here's Giorgio on the right. Gets a handball linking over the top, looking for Archer, the big man. He saw the boundary line, wanted the safety of it, and runs it over with Anton Wright on his hammer, right in front of the Huddle's very own Leroy Green on the cameras this afternoon.
Gee, I thought he was going to come right through us then, Archer.
Garner knocked it straight down. Suckling. Kick was half smothered, but it might sit up okay here for McDonald. A handball over the top. They're using the boundary line okay here, the Hawks. Inside handball. Came out towards the hill direction. Robinson goes back in towards Stapleton. They're mucking around with it a little bit here, and now here's the chance for the Eagles. Here's Timmy Johnson, sends the ball out wide up towards the half-forward line, bouncing football. In the front spot there was Allen. He was up with McConnon. McConnon wins out here. He had a good first term. Swings around on the left. That's a good kick. Wadley had the space. Dropped what he probably should have taken. Gave the fend off on Garner. That's no easy feat. Goes back to McConnon. Got dispossessed of the football. You are Gotsky holding the footy, and now Rowville a chance to get out of their defensive zone. Ball's in the arms out there, number 17. I haven't quite got that. We can hopefully get a link up there. Thanks for Anderson. Nice of the guys to fill out my sheet as well as theirs at the start of the game.
Pointed it to you during the break.
Yeah, if you got here when the...
I wasn't here in the break. I went out to the Vermont Huddle. Just I listened to the broadcast, making sure you're all in check, Ray.
Excuses.
You know that. Ball thrown up again.
We digress.
Throws it up. Wale Buxton knocked down that time. Suckling was in there, tried to keep it alive. Good tackle there by Parker.
Have a listen to some of these as we go round the grounds. Norwood leading by 10 points over Noble Park. South Croydon by 10 points over Montrose, the other Division 1 games. And then it gets interesting. Lilydale by 8 points. Doncaster East by 32 points over Mitcham.
Yeah.
Bayswater by 24 points over Mulgrave. And Murrelbach by 7 points over Wanturna South.
Good mark there by Wilcox. Gets the handball out wide. And over the boundary line it goes, Division 3.
Even better in Division 3. Baronia by 3 goals over Templestowe. Heathmont by 14 points over South Belgrave. Park Orchards by a point over Ringwood. A 4-point lead to Scoresby over Upper Ferntree Gully. And Sylvan by 2 goals over Warrandyte. In Division 4, an 18-point lead to Surrey Park over Domvale. A 7-point lead to the Glenwaverley Hawks over Ferntree Gully. 22-point lead to Kilsyth over the Eastern Lions. A 96-point lead to Forest Hill over Nunawading. And Whitehorse lead Coldstream by 2 goals.
as the Vermont side go forward and a kick goes goalward, but
Boundary.
bounces through for one behind. Let's cross boundary side thanks to chiropractic betting, where Gus McLeod was at the Vermont huddle at quarter time.
Yeah, it was, boys. Steve Cochran, the head coach of Vermont, had a few key points, and one of them was use your first option and work on our skills. Our skills have got to hit targets and using our first option. So far, the Vermont team haven't done that so far, so I'm sure the Vermont coaching staff want that to improve as the second half, or the first half, progresses.
Certainly will. Great work from Gus McLeod and Damien Watson, all thanks to chiropractic betting. Right in front of us, Damien Garner took a great mark and then kicked up towards Robinson, who couldn't take the fly. McComb, handball back, and now Vermont a chance to go forward up towards the paint of 50. It's punched over the boundary line and out of bounds.
Yeah, Vermont are really struggling for direction into their forward line. They just can't find an open target, such as the pressure that Rowville are putting on the ball carrier.
So 50 out from the Vermont goal. They try and make something going forward here. Cowart in a one-on-one against Garner. Hard up against the boundary line, and the umpire calls for it once again. So still a fair bit of congestion between these two sides. No side able to really break the play open as yet. Ball thrown up. Third man up there was Styles. Just tried to punch it forward. Ground level there, Kirby McConnell trying to get it away. Now Rowville regain possession, this time in the hands of Dayadone. And he takes it over the boundary line and out of bounds. So we've played a tick over 6 minutes in this first term. Not really too much to speak of so far. Howard was taken inside, umpire said by Frawley, and held up going nowhere on that occasion was Michael Best for the Hawks. So the defence is holding up well here, Robert.
Yeah, look, the back six are playing really well for Rowville.
Garner, a little flick out the back. Hill got crunched pretty hard there by McConnon. All was fair, and we'll have another bounce by Damien Sully, former AFL umpire. Restarts the game. Former freezer boy for BWS at Coles. As the umpire has play on. And a free kick, and you can hear the Vermont faithful not impressed with that one. And Wadley giving a little bit of back chat as well to boot. So when they were deep in defence, Rowville, they come up towards the half-back line, kick up towards the wing, couldn't hit the target. Good handball there by Wale Buxton, hit his man up towards the half-forward line now, swinging around, will be Best on the right boot. He's just going to pop it up to the hot spot. One-on-one situation, he shoots huge fly over the back there by Anderson. That was good play. Damien Garner at the fall of the ball. He wanted the safety of the behind. He handball back. That was okay. Looking for Best. Still spills out. Comes out to Vermont's Best, and he slams one through. That's the first contender of the chiropractic betting goal of the day. Vermont draw first blood in the second term, margin back to one straight kick.
I think Vermont were very lucky there to get the ball in their forward line, because when the ball went in, it went to a 0-on-3, and Vermont didn't have anyone at the foot of the ball, but just some skill and a bit of hard work, and Best was on the end of some good play there for a quick snap and a goal.
Yeah, Vermont got the reward then because of the high, like you said, Brash, the hard-working forwards wanted to keep the ball in there.
One goal the margin, 8 minutes gone, second term. AFL game day, all thanks to the Pancake Parlour. Make sure you get involved via Twitter at Footy or on Facebook as well at Eastern Football League. Plenty of ways that you can get in contact as Archer tried to get it across.
No backing, Brush.
Couldn't quite get it to goalwood, 10 metres out. And now a chance to strike from McConnell of the Wade variety, except he overran it. And it's held up centre wing commentary side.
Sorry.
I'm only staring.
Just reminiscing about days past.
Perry, good tap down, looking for Parker, although Manuel came in, cut it off, went to ground straight away and was immediately set upon by Tyson Hams. And umpire said he had ample opportunity to get rid of it.
I thought he was in his back, actually.
Yeah, I was going that way.
So the free kick going the way of Tyson Hams. Still on centre wing. They go back. And now a short chip kick finds its target in Perry. Perry, dangerous kick, hard up against the boundary line. A lot of work for Cam Purdy to do, and in the end the boundary line beats all comers.
Brash, you get the impression that Vermont now, they're more playing the possession game rather than looking for meterage.
9 minutes gone. Perry and Archer go head to head, trying to take it away here is McConnon. Great smother there from Frawley, trying to get it away once again. Cal McConnell, and he sees it over the boundary line and out of bounds. Couldn't be any further in front of our caravan, as you can hear in the effects, Mike.
Vermont already with 15 tackles this quarter inside the first 10 minutes, thanks to Juice Tap.
It is delicious. Umpire throws it in. Perry over the back, got the knockdown straight into the arms of McConnell on the left boot. Inside forward 50. It was a good kick. You've got to play in front, and when you do, Best comes out, and he'll try and do his best from about 50 metres out. He's kicked the last goal and a chance to level the scores out here at Seabeck.
Once again, the Vermont runners ran into position and into clean territory, and the McConnell boys starting to wreak a little bit of havoc.
Well, he comes in now and he pushes it right, and it stays right and through for one behind. That's their fourth on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. The Vermont Football Club margin back to 5 points here. 10 minutes gone, second term.
Jake Best, he's kicked one already, so if he'd have kicked that one, it would have been second best.
Pardon the pun.
Gonna leave that one alone.
Gotta love the old man jokes.
Doing the kick out jokes is Crozier. Goes wide.
Gone over the line.
Umpire's called it. It's gone over the line. So it'll be a ball up right on the paint of the goal square, and another chance here for Vermont.
And the people up on Hamburger Hill there, they could see that it wasn't over the line. They're carrying on up the other end of the ground.
No barracking from you either. We'll forgive the allegiances for one game a year. And this is probably the only one. Ball up. Deep in the Vermont forward line. Buxton Wales went way too early. Dangerous kick, finally gets it out here, and a good mark taken there by Burns.
That was a really good mark then.
Burns at half-back. Assesses his options. Now just decides to go long down the line. This one's going to go very wide. And in the end, a great mark taken there by Matty Wilcox for Vermont. So takes plenty of time, gets called to play on, and now goes inside forward 50, needs a fly, but it's all Hawks jumpers and a chance to clear away on the outer side in the hands, the ball in the hands of Stapleton.
So Stapleton using the middle of the ground. Bussy had some good space. He's going to link up well with a handball out wide with the running Troy Allen on the right boot. They've gone from coast to coast here. Strong mark taken by Matty Davey. He's about 70 metres out from goal. It's a genuine go here for Rowville. Short passes on Manuel. Well, he just had the turn of speed. They all did from end to end here, Rowville, and they'll have a shot on goal, Brash.
Yeah, they do, and Tyson Hyams is going to have to work extremely hard this afternoon to try and keep Ken Manuel in check, because Manuel at the moment is starting to run him around up and down the ground, BWS, and if he can't keep up, there's a match-up problem with Vermont one down on the bench.
So Manuel, Ray said you can kick goals from this side. We'll see if he can here. He's given it a fair old go-to. The Hill like it, the faithful like it, and so does Big Dave, the goal umpire. A two-finger salute for the Rowville Football Club. That's 5 for them now on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. Just when Vermont get within a kick, Rowville always get that breathing space back. Margin out to 11 points.
It just shows you, look, what a superstar that Cam Manuel is. Every aspect of the game, he is at the highest level. Yeah, as you said, he runs all day, Brad. He can mark, he can kick, he's so elusive.
If you're at Waverley Blues, East Burwood, or Churnside Park, the Basin, still waiting on a quarter-time score to come through. As Schneider gets it away to Parker, and now they go inside forward 50. Vermont looking for Best. Great defensive pressure there came from Crozier.
Free kick.
Umpire said he
over the
impeded,
shoulder,
though, and it'll be a free kick going the way of Vermont. So Best from deep in the pocket.
They kick a ball from that angle too at that end of the ground.
Tell you what, the umpires are being really right on the contest this afternoon. They're not letting the players get away with any sort of little tackling imperfections.
For his second of the afternoon, Jake Best. A very, very good kick off the boot. A fantastic goal there from Jake Best. And he moves his side onto 4 goals. They're 4-4-28. Rowville 5-3-33. This one's going to go right down to the wire. It's been goal for goal all afternoon. 13 minutes gone. Second term on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard.
Maybe the first week for both of these sides, or one of these sides, to have 100 points kicked against them.
Maybe.
Early call.
Yeah, well,
Gone very.
I was waiting for Soupy to jump in then and tell us about it.
What do you want me to say?
Well,
It could be, in theory, yes.
Anything.
Anything's possible.
That's right.
It comes out now, going after it, Schneider. Davidson was in there too, so too Schneider got another boot to ball, stolen by Frawley, looping handball out wide. He was looking there for Robertson, broke the tackle just in the nick of time, looping handball away. Davidson was in there for Vermont, so too McConnon goes in after it and will eventually have a bounce. At Footy EFL on Twitter this afternoon, keep those scores coming in all day as you go local for your football across a beautiful sun-drenched Melbourne in the eastern suburbs.
Free kick.
Schneider going in hard through the head back, and the high tackle was certainly there. So just outside the centre square here, far side of Seabeck. Got a few players all by themselves here, Vermont. They can go inside forward 50 where McConnon just waited for it in the end. It just sat up in time for Michael Best to get a timely fist on the football, and over the boundary line she goes.
I like to see players actually attack the ball and go for the mark there, BWS, rather than try and sit back and hopefully the ball overgoes the flying opponent.
Hasn't done too much wrong, Kirby McConnon so far. Garner, of the Mitch variety, got the knockdown. Parker was in there, as he always is, and ball will be handed back to the umpire. So we're about 40 metres out from the Vermont goals, trailing by 5 points. 15.5 minutes gone in this second term. Umpire Sully throws it up once again. Perry got the knockdown. Straight into the arms there of Hill. He was brought to ground. Strong tackle there by Crocker, and we'll have another bounce.
I think with the pace this game's going to be played, I think the second half there's going to be some tired boys tonight.
Well, McConnon just stole it out of the pack. That is how you rove the football. We've talked about him only moments ago, how he's reading the play well. He gets his second goal, and Vermont have hit the front for the first time this afternoon, albeit by one solitary point.
The elusive skills of Kirby McConnon. We know what he's capable of. He's a class act. He's had a lot of injury problems, you know, since coming back from the VFL. But look, on his day, he's a match winner.
So, 1 point the margin. This time in favour of the Eagles. Speak about the McConnons. They've all been up and about early on in this game. 3 taking part this afternoon. Trying to get it out there was Hill. Kicked it forward, bouncing ball inside 50 for the Hawks. Trying to clear Johnson. Eventually got his handball around, but he's turned it over. Swooping on it, couldn't quite get. Boot to ball there was Damien Garner. And it's held up about 40 metres out from the Rowville goal. 17 minutes gone, second term here on AFL Game Day. If you've just joined us, it's a 1 point margin in favour of the away side, the Eagles. Top 5 football in Division 1. On the hands there of Stapleton. Couldn't quite hold on to it to get boot to ball. McCafferty, a long handball. Rowville players appealing for deliberate. Umpire said it's going to be thrown in outer side centre wing.
Would have been paid in the AFL.
Certainly would have. So, plenty of congestion early on in this game. Which side can break it open and take control? Grabbed it out of the ruck there. Garner goes forward. Kick wasn't all that flash though. I think it's only found Cassidy. Cassidy kicks wide, finds Wadley. Wadley's kick into space was okay, but it's just gone too wide. And it goes over the boundary line and out of bounds.
A free kick to Rowville, come off the back of the Vermont players.
Styles.
Oh, that's unlucky. So off the boot of Styles, and it'll be a free kick going the way of Steve Georgiou.
So Georgiou up towards centre half forward, the big fly. They'll have the numbers at the bottom here. Clark got the handball away, but intercepted here by the Eagles. This could be a bit of a go here. Handball out wide, McConnon linked up well, and now they've gone inside forward 50. Still about 70 metres out, and they'll get a chance here. The Hawks get away with it. Dodone had got the handball, went for the 1-2 over the top. Now it goes to Allen on the right boot, goes up towards the half forward line, out in front. Garner of the Damien variety takes it. He's probably a little bit too far out to score, so he's going to pump it long right to the goal square. Over the back, Frawley on the left. Oh, he read the play magnificently, did Frawley, and he puts it through, and Rowville regain the lead out here at Seabeck by 5 points. We've almost hit time on in the second term.
And it was great work by the Rowville half-back line that started that forward move off there. There was a few hand passes, some very nice foot passing, and as you said, BWS, Alex Frawley in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, and that's poor checking by Vermont there. You cannot afford to let a guy of Alex Frawley's quality run into open space and into an open goal.
So, Each moment you think that one side's going to gain any sort of advantage, it comes back the other way. Ball back in the middle once again. Garner got the tap down. Pressure here came from Manuel, couldn't quite pick it up. Hames goes forward looking for a marking option, won't find it. Everyone just let it bounce and goes to ground level. Try and get it away here, Styles. Got his handball out. Once again. Under pressure there was Robbie McComb.
Yeah, that was holding the ball. You can't take
every day of the week that was holding the ball.
Robbie McComb, you dodged a bullet there, my boy.
Very lucky not to give away the free kick. Ball up, 70 out from the Vermont goal. Whale Buxton taps it down, but only finds Rowville jumpers. Couple of clashes as they just try and find a bit of space here. McConnon gave his handball, intercepted by Manuel. He can kick up towards centre wing. Wilcox had front position. Couldn't take the mark. Parker plays on very quickly. Inside forward 50 looking for Perry. Got it back into his opponent. Can't take the mark. McComb over around the football. Frawley gets it away. Garner, and now they're a chance to clear out.
Through the middle of the ground, here's Beste. Got dispossessed of the football. It was paid to, but it will come back. Cross down boundary side, thanks to chiropractic betting.
Boys, the Vermont players are seriously targeting Alex Frawley. That was his third big whack he's had for the game. They've all been fair, but the Vermont coaching staff obviously see him as a big threat.
Well, it was a huge fly about 20 metres out from goal by Best, who rode with it but couldn't pull it down. But he hit the deck with the football and will have a bounce 25 metres out from the Vermont goal line. Quick restart, came out, Parker's in the box seat, so too was Schneider, he got dispossessed of the football. Frawley came in over the top, we've heard a whistle, maybe a throw has been paid here.
Yeah, it was a throw against Tommy Schneider there after that really good tackle.
Schneider's been caught out a little bit today, Brasher.
He has.
The fierceness of the tackling.
Yep.
So Davey, short passes on, it was risky business. Whale Buxton got the spoil, then got the kick. That was smothered as well. Goes to about the centre half forward spot. Picked up by Davey. A bit of a skyscraper out of that danger zone. Getting down well where was Matty Robinson. Takes a strong mark, and now the Hawks are away on the outer side. They've got the numbers. They've probably got a little bit of space here too. Linking up nicely there to Zarjak up towards centre half forward. Mark. Strong mark there by the big man in Archer, who copped one for his troubles on the way down also. And he'll have a shot from about 52 or 3 metres out from goal. But from what we saw in the first term, he'll be able to make this distance.
Oh, he'll make the distance. But as I said before, the kickable in front of that scoreboard over there. That's put the moz on him now, isn't it, BWS?
Setting himself for a fair old run-up too, the big man. So 2 in the first term.
Well, he should be able to kick the distance here.
It's provided a really good target for Rowville so far today.
Bang.
Gets underneath it. He's going to kick it right to the hot spot. Bussy almost pulled it down on the chest and knocked over the boundary line and out. 20 metres out from the Rowville goals. They lead this game by 5 points.
Boundary.
Clearing kick now out towards the boundary line. Bendigo Bank scoreboard side, but Rowville do have the numbers. Stapleton was in there, but he got... He had an opponent just come out of absolutely nowhere in Howard, whose kick was an absolute shank, and over the boundary line it goes. Speaking of the boundary, let's cross there, thanks to chiropractic betting to Gus McLeod.
Boys, you just spoke about Alex Frawley copping some whack, so much so he's been taken into the Rowville rooms with the medical staff, so we'll keep you posted on Alex Frawley's condition.
Bruce ribs maybe. Mitch Garner got the punch down. Trying to get it away here is Styles, got his handball back. Now they can try and go forward. A little dinky kick there from Schneider. Couldn't quite find its target. Good tackling pressure here from Robbie McComb. And still it's held up. Bottom of this pack once again. Tom Schneider. He's won the free kick.
He's winning a lot of the ball, Tommy Schneider, but his decision-making's a little bit lapse at the moment.
Finds Parker on this occasion. Who winds around onto that right boot. Loads up towards half forward looking for Perry.
What a cracker mark.
And a great mark taken there by Joel Perry.
Gee, he had fourth. He was fourth in line. He wasn't entitled to take that mark.
Early contender for the A1 Airport parking voucher. So too was that.
Yeah,
that's that Robinson going back
mark.
with a
great
gutsy
interception mark.
And
that's the sort of stuff the coach wants to see from your back players.
He can clear for Rowville. Out to the outer side. Kick wasn't all that flash. And couldn't quite take the mark there. Was Gunner. Ball goes over the boundary line and out of bounds.
You know, if this is a really good game, at least both of these sides are really taking the game on here, and it's really a really good spectacle.
Glad you're enjoying it, Brash, as the umpire throws it in now. Whale Buxton over the top there. Hands and knees. Rowville will get themselves out of danger here. Suckling linked up well. He's the man of the moment, Manuel. He's had a great game so far, had 2 bounces, handball over the top to Stapleton, who's going to kick it on forward here. But it's just a little toe poke, which really went nowhere. It wasn't high percentage. Cassidy chops it off nicely. Howard was screaming for it, but they're going to switch the play out here. They go back to switch the play, and last line of defence for the Eagles. 24 minutes gone. Really good game here. 39 plays 34. The home side have the lead, and that is the Rowville Football Club. Here's Cam Howard on the left boot. Drives it out of defence. He was looking for his teammate in Timmy Johnson, but it just went a tad too far out of bounds on the full it goes. So Cam Manuel will bring the ball back in now for the Hawks. So he just pops it up into the spot, looking towards the Garner direction. He had a fly at it at the fall. The ball nicely done there by McCafferty. He got the handball away. Out of the danger zone, they might get a chance here. Umpire said the spoil on Alice was fair by Robinson, and he hits the deck, holds it in nicely, and will have a bounce 50 metres out from goal. 98.1 Radio Eastern is the place to be this afternoon. Archer, easy as you like. In the end, got it down to Robertson. Swinging out, it was Suckling. Goes backwards here, Stapleton. Snaps around the body and in the front position. And standing nicely was Luke Dodone, and he'll have a shot on goal about 35 metres out directly in front.
Yeah, this will be a very handy goal for Rowville on half-time because this game's been played at a frenetic pace.
So Luke Dodone, well, in the right place. You've got to play in front if you're a forward for when those quick kicks come in, they can fall in your lap, and that's exactly what's happened here. So to open up a handy 11-point lead, the crowd will tell the story. He comes in now from about 30 metres out, directly in front, and the goal umpire did not move. That's his first on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, and Rowville stretch their lead out here. They are 7-3-45. Vermont 5-4-34. So after Vermont came out firing at the start of this second term, Rowville have really steadied and won the second half of it, Brash.
Yeah, they have, and it's just because of the fact that they've been able to control the centre clearances, and just their run out of backline and their decision making is just the difference between the two sides at the moment.
Grant Campbell, thanks to Choose Tap Match Stats.
Inside 50s for the second quarter, 14-10 in favour of Vermont. Contested possessions their way, 39-31.
Closing in on half-time here at Seabeck Oval, closing in on half-time around the Eastern Football League. Kick forward there came from Stapleton, trying to make something out of nothing. Robinson, a lot of work to do. Handball back, went straight through the hands there of Damien Garner.
Free kick.
Goes
head
over
high.
There'll be a free kick.
He definitely copped one.
Yeah, too high, round the head.
That was poor. That was really poor tackle there.
He'd already made the error.
He had.
And
then, very
blood
poor.
rule as well.
Unnecessary pressure.
You see Matty Robertson quickly scooping on the situation to take the shot.
No, you don't give Robbo half a chance to kick a goal.
He's been open right up there. There's blood pouring from the side of his face, Damien Garner.
Damien Garner, yeah.
Actually, this is a really important goal here for Rowville. Vermont could be 3 goals down here at half-time, and they're going to have to work extremely hard in the opening 10-15 minutes this third quarter to get back into the game.
It's the sort of stuff that rates an M15 movie. We'll go boundary shortly. Matty Robinson with the kick. The man that came onto the ground was Jackson Anderson. So Robinson to make it a 3-goal deficit deep in the pocket. It's a long kick. He decides to go short, chips it over the top, almost finds the target. It's almost paid off well there. Handball came out wide. Found Georgiou, who loaded up from 45 on the right boot and sent it home. Lets the crowd know about it. The faithful get up and about, and his side 3 goals up, and a genuine early contender for the chiropractic betting goal of the day.
Yeah, what a great form lifter that's going to be, because when your half-back flanker can snare a goal when he's moved down the forward line, the confidence goes up, and as you said, Brash, a very important goal just before half-time. Yeah, Stephen Georgiou, I don't think he's kicked many goals in his career. As I said, he's always played down the back line.
Yeah, and could be, like I said, that could be a defining moment in this game, Raymond.
Yep.
Can the Eagles snag one back late? Umpire throws it up. It was a fresh air shot in the middle against Archer this time for shepherding effectively. Whale Buxton wanted to go on with it, but he's not over his man on the
I
bar.
thought that would have went the other way. I thought it was
It's been one of the great mysteries for 100 years of football. As Perry used his body beautifully and takes the mark, and he's only about 35 metres out, almost directly in front. This is just what the doctor ordered.
They have to get this goal, Vermont, to get back in touch at half-time. Joel Perry, an experienced footballer in the AFL, now must kick the goal.
So like in the first term, we'll have a shot on goal in the second, leading into half-time. Perry, his side currently trailing by 17 points. What a huge kick in the context of this game it is. Comes in now, 40 metres out. He goes Goldwood, and he goes straight to. Look at them get around Joel Perry on the halftime siren. The Vermont boys, they got the goal that they needed late in that term. And on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, it is still Rowville, though. They are 8-3-51. They lead Vermont 6-4-40. Major goal kickers on the ground. Archer has 2 for the Hawks. He kicked them in the first term, while Kirby McConnon and Jake Best have 2 goals for the Eagles. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast on 98.1 Radio Eastern and streaming live around the globe, efl.org.au, or streaming easternfm.com. At Footy EFL via Twitter. Keep us up to date with all those important around the ground scores at halftime. We hope you're enjoying your day out in the football. We certainly are out here at Seabeck Oval, and we'll be back for the second half right after this.
What was wrong with you blokes yesterday? You were playing like you'd been stuck in traffic for an hour before getting to the game.